In section 3 of module 4, we talk about specific ways that the strategist might figure out to pull costs out of the system and better achieve a cost-based advantage. And so we talked about the influence of luck. Don't ever discount luck. Luck's always a very good thing, but it's really hard to kind of predict when luck is going to occur. Also, entrepreneurial insight, right? Working in an industry, having an understanding of how things work in an industry can lead to insights that allow leaders to figure out how to better compete and reduce costs. Those two things are very kind of individual specific. What we introduce in this section is the idea of the activity analysis, which is used to figure out how to reduce the costs that a firm takes on when producing their product or service. And so I'm going to run through those steps really quickly here. First, we start by calculating the total cost of our product on a per unit basis. Right? And then we look at the key activities that lead to those costs. So we can look at a value chain here and look along the value chain and try to predict what unit costs come from each of those functional activities. Then once we do that, we look within those functional activities to determine what the cost drivers are. So these might be things like the cost of labor, right, or the cost of fuel, things that maybe we have control over, and some things that maybe we don't have control over. But we have to understand what those cost drivers are that are leading to the per unit cost on a functional unit basis, so by functional area. Now, once we have those three steps done, we seek to compare what we're doing against what our competitors' costs look like. Now, we're not going to know exactly what our competitors' costs look like, but if our competitor is selling a similar product, they'll probably be going through a similar set of functional areas as ours, and we can guesstimate what our competitors are doing. And then the last step is we look at where we are lagging our competitors and how we can pull more costs out of the system that we're using to produce our products without a commensurate decrease in our customers' willingness to pay for the products. We want to reduce the costs to us, but we want to maintain our customers' willingness to pay for the product.